Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Piscean people. I hope you're doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends, getting ready for the holiday season. New Year's right around the corner. Let's see what energy we have going for you this time of year, my friends. Late December, my guys. What's that? What do you have for us Pisceans? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces. Please, let's get this reading started for my friends. Okay, yeah, that card almost came out, but it didn't. There we go. Okay, oh, we have our Hey Arnold friend with the football head looking back at the past. And that makes sense, especially this time of year. I've been seeing it in other signs as well. There's a lot of people taking walks down memory lane. And I always have to admire this card because this dude has a really cool haircut, in my opinion. But we'll put him down for a second before we fully get into that card. If you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So aside from this stylish gentleman we have in this card, notice it does look like he's watching a film of some sort. Now, a little inside baseball for some of you. The image that he's looking at is also another card that's within this deck. So they kind of play off each other, and they're both kind of looking back to the past, and there's communication involved with these cards together as a pair. So whenever I see this, I think of someone taking a walk down memory lane. And once again, in this time of year, a lot of people do a lot of reminiscing, okay? Whether it's about people that they've been connected with, whether it's about Christmas past or holidays past. It's a big thing here that there is somebody reminiscing in a powerful way. So if that's not you, it could be someone you're connected to doing tons of reminiscing. Another note that I have about this card is that this dude does look like he's looking at a film of some sort. So there is some sort of energy surrounding entertainment. So maybe for some of you, there is some sort of new form of entertainment that you're consuming. Maybe you're spending a lot of time watching entertainment. Maybe it all really depends, but there is something about movies, film, entertainment showing up in a big way here. So whether you're spending a lot of time doing, or maybe you need to for one reason or another, let's just put him down though. And I always say, this first card never makes or breaks the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here for the Pisceans. What do we got, my guides? And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. Now, the reading was titled A Big Ending. Okay, now it didn't feel treacherous, it didn't feel crazy, but there was some sort of chapter coming to a close in last week's reading. And remember, I'm part of the Pisces collective myself. I'm a Pisces rising, and it hit for me, but I'm not going to speak for everybody else. But yeah, cycles come and go in life, right? Things begin, things end, new things start. It's all about the cycle of life, and we were seeing that in a very powerful way last week. So let's see what we have for us this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your energy or somebody that you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright to start this off. What do we got for Pisces, please? Guides and Spirit Team. Late December. Here we go. Card number 1. Page of Swords. Okay. So this could be communication, but at the same time, it might be under someone's microscope when this page wants to show up and hang out with us. Let's get a couple more, right? Because that page could be a very complex card, even though it seems simple. It seems like just a court card. Let's get 2 more out here and start to build this story up for Pisces. Thank you. Okay, 5 of Wands. I mean, you see what those people are doing right there. Let's get 1 more and we'll really start to play this together. Air, fire. Okay, Queen of Swords. Okay, all air and fire. Stern, serious. No games, no BS with this card on the back end. Okay, so yeah, Pisces. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I look down here. I feel like there's a lot happening. There's a lot going on. Obviously, we have 2 cards of the sword suit, which is air. Air energy and divination represents one's mind state, but also communication. So there could be something revolving around talking, communicating. Also, not to mention, 2 of these are court cards. Court cards could represent individuals or people in your life, whether it's energy you're stepping into or it's just another person. So we'll have to really go through this piece by piece. We also have this fire in the center. So I would say when we mix air and fire, it could become very unpredictable. It could become explosive, whether that's in a good way or a challenging way. So we'll want to dig deep on it. But let's go through piece by piece. Position number 1, we have the good old Page of Swords chilling right there. Now, I always say all pages, they represent communication. They can represent study, learning new things. So you might be learning new things or just putting your brain into something. And this absolutely could be communication, but this card is also very defensive. Pages could represent younger individuals, it could represent children, and this page is just very standoffish sometimes. A big thing with the Page of Swords, if it's not representing a child or an air sign in your life, when I see this card, it is the Watcher of the Tarot deck, and most readers will agree. So when we see a Page of Swords, you might be under someone's microscope. Maybe there's someone under your microscope, whether it's at work, whether it's personal relationships, whether it's family. This is somebody watching. Okay, so we'll absolutely want to dig deeper into this. And another thing I'm seeing, especially with that 5 of Wands, like you might have to watch out for a little conflict here, Pisces. If not, you might be feeling a little more aggressive because it's like these 2 cards are very standoffish and we have this 5 of Wands in the middle. We're really going to want to like suss this one out. Moving to the center, we have the 5 of Wands. And whenever this card shows up, I say that you do not need to be an expert in tarot to understand what this card means. You see the 5 people, they're beating the crap out of each other with sticks. So obviously this card could represent conflict. Now there are good things, there are silver linings with this card, but the main thing, it could be some sort of conflict, whether it's internal conflict within oneself, or this could be outer conflict, okay? Sometimes this card could represent standing up for yourself in some sort of way, realizing your power. It could speak about the tests from spirit, so like getting through these tests, these trials, these tribulations. A good thing about the 5 of Wands is that it's a card of somebody with tons of determination. Like when they start something, they're going to see it through. This is a can't stop, won't stop type of energy, so it can be good depending, okay? And that's depending, because as we move towards the back end, it's like this energy starts to culminate because we have the Queen of Swords herself chilling right here on the back. Now, the Queen of Swords has some similarities to the Page of Swords. This is a more evolved energy of the air. So yes, air sign energy once again. When we see the Queen of Swords, she could represent older feminine figures in our lives. The Queen of Swords is no games. Okay, so when I see her, I think of somebody that is straight to the point, no fluff, no BS, like honest, shrewd. They're going to tell it like it is. So maybe some of you are stepping into this energy. Remember, it's not gender specific. And queens usually represent the inner world, like how one's feeling on the inside. So for a lot of Pisceans in this time, if you're not dealing with a serious situation or there's not serious things going on around you, because this card could represent that, like things that should be taken seriously, the Queen of Swords could be a way that you're starting to feel where you're just not willing to deal with certain things, okay? Or you might be cutting certain things away. Another thing with the Queen of Swords is that she is strategic, very intelligent type of energy. Now, a challenge with her is that she can be cold, okay? This could be an individual you're connected to that is very, very cold emotionally. So we're just gonna have to see what's up. She's not messing around. I'm not feeling that. So I want to dive deeper in all of it, Pisces. Let's jump in and clarify. Let's see what's happening here. And yeah, we're just gonna jump into the clarifying now. Yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Page of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Pisces, you drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Page of Swords time. What's happening? Why is this page chilling right here? 6 of Swords. Yeah, keeping someone watching another person's moves. Straight up. Now, for some of you, this could also be an improvement. I feel like it's a double-edged message here. Okay, it could be good, but there could also be a little bit of a challenge depending on if you want someone watching your moves or not. The 6 of Swords to me is a card of improvement, things getting better, things moving along. It's also a card of distance and travel. You might be preparing for a trip often when this card shows up. But whenever I see the Six of Swords, I think of things improving and action in general. So underneath a card like this Page of Swords, it's like, all right, yeah, this page is watching this boat go. So there might be somebody watching your moves. You might be watching someone else's moves. That's a big possibility. But once again, remember, this page is very defensive. When I see this card of improvement underneath it, if you've been having issues with a very specific individual, a very specific person, that energy could start moving and opening up in a positive way. So I feel like it's a double message. It could be one or the other. It could even be both for some of you, where there is somebody possibly keeping tabs, but at the same time, there is somebody opening up and becoming more receptive. Okay, so take that for what it's worth, but I don't want to dive too deep into that message just yet, because remember, we still have the Five of Wands in the middle. We still have this Queen of Swords on the back end, which I'm already feeling like that energy on the back end is not messing around. So let's keep moving, okay? Because regardless of what's happening up here, whether it is someone watching or becoming more receptive, that may or may not matter, depending on what that Queen of Swords has to say. And always remember, this could be all your energy or somebody else's. So let's see why that Five of Wands is in the mix. Don't want to dilly-dally too long. So why is that Five of Wands here? Okay. All right. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. I feel like this is good. A lot of you could be rewarded for some sort of struggle or waiting period that you've been through. If you're going through a lot of tests and trials and tribulations in this time, you could absolutely be rewarded for it, because we have the card of golden opportunities and offers coming in. But this one to me feels more like it's hard fought. And I see it in readings sometimes when the Ace of Pentacles come out. It's like Spirit will sometimes drop an opportunity, or an offer might come out of nowhere, and it's like it came from the heavens. This doesn't feel like that in the center. This is like someone saying, I had to fight for my opportunities, or I had to make this happen. So if you've been fighting for something, or fighting towards something, or working towards something in a very big way, you could be rewarded, right? Like, to me, this feels like a blessing, but you have to put effort in. So it could also be a payoff, right? Something paying off, hard work paying off, or a struggle paying off in some sort of way, which could be good. Once again, aside from this little looky-loo, this little watcher here in the front end, I did say things could be opening up and becoming a little more receptive. And this is a very good thing, okay? I don't necessarily feel like this is an offer. It's more like a payoff or a reward here in the center, okay? Feels good, but once again, I have a little side eye going on with this Queen of Swords on the back end. Okay, and I really hope she gives us some positive energy, but there's something about this Queen of Swords there, like it's not messing around. So we're just gonna keep moving and see what's up. Like, this energy in the middle, it's like I've always had to fight for what I have, or I've fought for everything I've had, or I've worked for every single thing I have. Damn it. It's like it's giving me that vibe. So let's see why that Queen of Swords is in the mix. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. I mean, remember, friends, this could be different situations. It could be all one thing. It really depends. So why is that Queen of Swords in the mix for my Pisces? Pisceans, thank you. Interesting. All right, this is somebody who is absolutely of two minds about a current situation, for sure, because on one hand, this is a person who's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm not playing games anymore, and I really don't care how you feel or they feel. Like, this is someone who's like, all right, however they feel does not matter to me. Like, what this person feels, I don't care. Do they like it? I don't care. Like, it's giving me that vibe in the back. Like, it's like, I really don't care. Like, I'm not playing games with this person. However, at the same time, there's a receptiveness that I'm picking up, just like we had here on the front end. We have the Knight of Cups in the upright. This is a card that could represent us, my friends. When I see the Knight of Cups in the upright, pardon me, it's a card that is of action, forward movement. This is like Prince Charming, silky, smooth type of energy. And when I see it, it could represent talks and love offers and things like that as well. So underneath this Queen of Swords, it's like nonchalant, like, yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. But in reality, this person does. So they could be acting like they don't care, but in reality, there's a receptiveness as well. So this is like a duality going on where someone feels of both minds, like, well, I do care, but at the same time, I don't. It's like confusing almost. Okay, so whether this person's confused within themselves, like maybe some of you are in that mode as well. Once again, I did say Queen of Swords could be an energy that you're stepping into in this time, and with a card of you and the Queen of Swords, it could be representing that you could just be getting very much more firm than you normally are, just straightforward to the point. But once again, there is this receptiveness showing up. It's like, well, I don't care, but I really do. It's like the oddest thing. For some of you, yeah, there might be some sort of talk, an emotional talk of some sort coming in where it's like, all right, we have a battle between the heart and the mind going on, because remember, water is the heart, swords are the mind. So it's like, whatever this conversation, this communication is, there's 4 of the cards could be communication, with a page, with an ace, with a knight, with a queen. There could be a lot of talks going on. So whether it's an important talk or an emotional one, it's showing up. Now I'm getting flooded with energy here on the back end, Pisces. Let's go through. I'll give you a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. If you want to look into this further, please do. But if you kindly look here in box position number 1, we have our little watcher right here, the Page of Swords with the 6 of Swords in the upright. So this was 2 main messages to me. One, yeah, there could be someone watching you, watching your moves, watching your actions, or you could be watching someone else, of course. But another thing I picked up here is someone opening up and becoming more receptive. Moving to the center, we have the 5 of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. To me, this feels like a hard-fought victory of some sort, or a payoff coming in. It's like fighting for it. I never gave up, and I'm going to get this reward or this payoff right here in the center. It's like hard work paying off. Moving to the back end, we have the Queen of Swords with the Knight of Cups in the upright. I already went on a whole tangent about the various different things that can mean. Of course, there's so much communication. There could be important talks happening as well, but it's someone saying that they don't care when in reality they're receptive and they do. So it's like the oddest type of energy, and it's a back and forth between the heart and the mind happening. So Pisces, do with that information what you will. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's get you a shadow card real quick. Let's see what's in the shadows for Pisces this week. Interesting stuff, my friends. What do we got? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice thing to do, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. It doesn't always have to be a challenge, my friends. But, oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. Put a link for it down in the comments below. There are several different tiers to choose from. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. Obviously, no pressure though. But let's get you a shadow card here, my friends. Let's wrap this up for the Pisceans. What do we have in the shadows? All right, the shadow card is being a little funky. There we go. Thank you. Magician, control. All right, so for a lot of you, watch out for any sort of energy work in this time, or anything revolving spirituality or energy. And I know a lot of Pisceans automatically are pulled to these practices, but Spirit could be highlighting it for you here when we have the Magician. Now, a big thing with the Magician, aside from control, is manifesting and creating. So for a lot of you, if there is some sort of outcome that you are wanting, if there is something you are wanting to create and bring in, Spirit could be telling you like, hey, you're going to have to really put some energy towards this to manifest it. But at the same time, it's of 2 minds, just like I felt within the reading itself. It's like, all right, well, you're going to have to manifest it, but be careful. So it's kind of giving me that vibe, like be careful what you wish for type of energy, and be very specific and careful about what you're bringing into your life and manifesting. That's a big thing there, Pisces. So yeah, my friends, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet though. I'm going to give you the details, the December subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the November subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for December, I'll be giving away 3 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's one of my favorite new decks out there, and it's really enjoyable to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you think tarot is best used for? Is it for looking at love situations, the past, the future, energy checks? Whatever it is, you drop your answer down in the comments below. And as always, the winners will be announced at random at the end of December. My friends, as always, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.